So I can honestly say that I never, ever, ever expected there to be a Pooka sequel, but I guess Into the Dark is doing sequels now, which of course makes me wonder, what of the other films have they made for the Into the Dark series? Would I like to see a sequel to? Probably none of them, because every one of them is just fine. And I can say that this might be the best episode of Into the Dark, but it still was lacking in the areas in the areas of which it would have propelled it to be much better. Number one, and by far the most important, the kills. The kills are all super lame. If this episode or movie or whatever you want to call it featured better kills, it would be far, far better than it was. It's just, when you have a movie like this, which is like a creature feature slash slasher, you need great kills. You just need them. And I don't know what Into the Dark is allowed to do with their partnership with Hulu, if they're only allowed to be so graphic, because thinking back on any Into the Dark episode, School Spirit was a slasher, zero fucking gore. Like, I'm really thinking back about the Into the Dark franchise, and I'm not remembering a decent kill in the entire thing. So I'm not sure they're allowed to do graphic violence, like really awesome kills. Because if this had it, man, wow, this would be a far superior film. Anyway, so this sequel is not related to the other Pooka movie at pretty much all except for the Pooka doll. And this time around, we have a guy who has become an internet sensation, but much to his chagrin, because there is this trending YouTuber type of character who is just trashing this guy all over the internet. And so this guy, our main character here, has to kind of flee his home and his job and everything, and he moves back to his small hometown where Pooka is being made. In the opening of this, we get the creator of Pooka, who murdered her husband. And so that's kind of where the story stems from, because when the guy comes back to town and starts working for Pooka factory, the Pooka corporation, whatever, he starts living with his friends who let him into their home. And one night while they're hanging out, he talks about how they should trend on Twitter, like let's be internet sensations ourselves. Let's make up a stupid ritual. People will do anything, whatever. So they make up their own little Pooka ritual that will bring Pooka to life if you do it. Eat ash and do the dance or whatever, and wear a Pooka mask. And of course, this starts to come real, and they have to face the consequences of that. Now, it's a horror comedy, mostly on the comedy side. It features two people from the Mystery Science Theater 3000, The Return series on Netflix. Felicia, however you say her name, Day, the main villain of Mystery Science Theater 3000, The Return, and then the main guy from that show as well. So the main good guy and the main bad guy. And they're actually a married couple in this, which I thought was really cool. And I was like, I wonder what the Mystery Science Theater 3000 connection is here. And the main character I've seen a couple times. Like, I see him and I'm like, I know you. I don't know how I know you. Like, I don't exactly know what movie I know you from, but I've seen you, plenty of times before. The comedy in it, it's okay. Like, it's fine. It's one of those, like, smirky kind of comedy movies for me, where I watch it and every joke's like, like, okay, it was kind of cute. It was kind of a cute pun. Like, it, got a little bit of a reaction in my head, just to where you give the little smirk. Okay. All right, moving on. There was one joke that actually made me laugh. out loud. And outside of that, it was all just kind of like, all right. There was one sequence where let's say it's Pooka and a dating app. And for some reason, I thought that was really clever and funny, and I just loved that. So when you see that in the film, you'll know what I'm talking about. The Pooka monster, as it's seen once they summon the demon and whatnot, is pretty cool because we get multiple different versions of it, and each one of them is cool. I mean, it's a silly doll. The last one is actually like a monster-looking thing, so I dug that. And kind of how it all wraps up, I liked it. It has it's good. Yet again, I mean, I feel like I'm just a broken record when I review these. I feel like I could just put up one review for every movie that this show puts out. And then just, maybe add like 10 seconds of extra footage at the end where I maybe say something to a varying degree of like, I liked it a little more than that or a little less than that, and that's that. Like, I really don't feel like I have anything more to say about any of these episodes ever when I watch them. But I did like the characters fine. The sexy cop thing, the gay sexy cop in this and some of the dialogue towards him was actually pretty funny. And that is part of, that has to do with the one line that did actually make me laugh out loud. But yeah, overall, just another Into the Dark episode. Maybe the best one, but that's not really saying much when it comes to a show that has just totally fine episodes every month. Now we get a new episode on May 1st, and it looks like it's going to be a Mother's Day episode. And the only reason I'm thinking that is because of the title, which is like I can't remember, but the title very much. In May, of course, is when Mother's Day is, so it's obviously gonna be a Mother's Day movie. I'm sure I'll be giving the same review in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it comes out. But there you go. So Into the Dark episode, where the hell are we now? Like 18. So there's like 12 episodes in season 1, and then I think this is like halfway through season 2, so like 6 episodes in maybe. And yeah, 18 episodes or whatever it is in a row of just like, that was good, And everyone, I talked to a few people, and they were like, oh, this one's the best by far. Like, finally, we got a really good one. And I was excited. I was like, really? Pooka? Like a Pooka sequel? All right, I'm looking forward to this. And I watched it, and I got a couple smirks, and I had a laugh, and I'm kind of just in the same place. So Pooka lives. Will they make a third Pooka? Will there be a third Pooka trilogy here? I highly doubt it, but shit, I never thought there'd be a second one, so you never know. But if you would want a sequel to any of the other ones, what would it be? Let me know. Adios.